job insecurity and its emotional effects on workers. Job insecurity is a pervasive issue in today's dynamic and ever-changing labor market. It refers to fear or anxiety that individuals experience regarding the potential loss of their job. While this fear can manifest in a variety of forms, the emotional and psychological effects on workers can be profound and long-lasting. In an era marked by economic uncertainty, layoffs, downsizing, and the rise of gig economy work, many employees grapple with concerns over job stability, affecting their mental and emotional well-being. The emotional toll of job insecurity is far-reaching, influencing not only workers' professional lives but also their personal health and relationships. This article examines the emotional effects of job insecurity on workers and explores how it impacts various aspects of their lives. Prevalence of job insecurity. Job insecurity has become a widespread concern in modern workplaces. Economic recessions, technological advancements, globalization, and organizational restructuring have all contributed to an environment where many workers feel uncertain about the future of their employment. While industries such as manufacturing and retail have traditionally been more vulnerable to job instability, no sector is immune. Workers in permanent full-time positions can also experience job insecurity, especially when companies undergo mergers, downsizing, or cost-cutting measures. As a result, employees across diverse sectors experience heightened levels of job insecurity, which significantly affects their emotional health and anxiety and stress due to uncertainty. One of the most immediate emotional effects of job insecurity is heightened anxiety. The uncertainty of whether or not an individual will remain employed creates constant worry, which can lead to chronic stress. This anxiety often manifests in sleepless nights, excessive rumination over potential job loss, and an inability to focus on other tasks. As workers worry about the future, their mental energy is consumed by thoughts of layoffs or downsizing, making it difficult to perform effectively in their current roles. Over time, chronic stress can lead to burnout, exhaustion, and diminished job satisfaction. Increased risk of depression. Job insecurity is strongly linked to an increased risk of depression. Workers who are unable to secure stable employment or face the threat of job loss may experience feelings of hopelessness and helplessness. Constant worry about future employment prospects can take a significant toll on an individual's mental health, contributing to symptoms of depression such as persistent sadness, fatigue, and a lack of motivation. In extreme cases, the emotional strain of job insecurity can lead to a sense of worthlessness as workers begin to question their value or contribution to the workplace. Decreased self-esteem and confidence. Job insecurity can also lead to a decline in self-esteem and self-confidence. When workers feel that their job is at risk, they may begin to doubt their own abilities and qualifications. This loss of confidence can manifest in feelings of inadequacy, as employees may interpret their job insecurity as a reflection of their personal failure or lack of competence. As workers struggle with the fear of being replaced, they may withdraw emotionally from their work, reducing their sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. Over time, the erosion of self-esteem can make it harder for individuals to navigate their professional lives and can even affect their personal relationships. Fear of future unemployment and financial instability. The emotional effects of job insecurity are often compounded by the fear of future unemployment and financial instability. The thought of losing a steady paycheck can trigger an anxiety about how to meet financial obligations, such as rent, mortgage payments, and bills. This financial stress can cause workers to experience feelings of panic, fear, and even despair. Workers may feel trapped in their current roles, fearful that they will not be able to find a comparable job if they lose their current position. The emotional toll of financial insecurity can also affect other aspects of life, leading to strain in personal relationships and an inability to enjoy leisure activities due to constant worries about money. Impact on work performance and motivation. Job insecurity can have a detrimental effect on work performance and motivation. Workers who are anxious about losing their job may become less engaged in their tasks, leading to a decline in productivity. The constant stress of worrying about job loss can make it difficult to concentrate, reducing the quality of work. Additionally, Workers who feel uncertain about their future employment prospects may lack the motivation to go above and beyond in their roles, as they may feel that their efforts will not be rewarded or that their work will ultimately be in vain. This can create a cycle of disengagement, where reduced performance leads to further insecurity, which in turn leads to lower morale and productivity. Strained relationships with colleagues and supervisors. The emotional impact of job insecurity can extend to relationships with colleagues and supervisors. When workers are preoccupied with worries about job loss, they may become less communicative and more withdrawn, which can affect team dynamics and collaboration. This emotional withdrawal can also create tension between employees, as feelings of competition and fear of being laid off may lead to a lack of trust and cooperation. Furthermore, workers who feel insecure in their roles may struggle to develop strong, positive relationships with their supervisors, as they may perceive their managers as a source of potential job threats. These strained relationships can further undermine job satisfaction and employee morale. Coping mechanisms: proactive versus reactive responses. Workers respond to job insecurity in various ways, and their coping mechanisms can play a significant role in mitigating its emotional effects. Some workers adopt proactive strategies, such as seeking additional training, improving their skills, or networking to enhance their job security. These actions can provide a sense of control over their future employment prospects, which can reduce anxiety and increase confidence. On the other hand, some workers may resort to reactive responses, such as avoidance, denial, or disengagement from their work. These responses may temporarily alleviate emotional discomfort, but can ultimately contribute to a decline in job performance and mental health. Finding healthy coping mechanisms such as mindfulness, exercise, and seeking support from others can help workers manage the emotional strain of job insecurity. The role of employer support and organizational culture. While job insecurity is largely outside the control of individual workers, employers and organizations have a significant role to play in mitigating its emotional effects. Transparent communication about company performance, organizational changes, and future plans can help alleviate some of the uncertainty that contributes to anxiety. Employers who offer job security, support, and opportunities for professional development create an environment where workers feel more stable and valued. Additionally, organizations that foster a positive and supportive workplace culture can help workers feel less isolated and more confident in their roles, even in times of economic uncertainty. Seeking professional help for emotional well-being. For workers experiencing significant emotional distress due to job insecurity, seeking professional help from a therapist or counselor can be beneficial. Therapy can provide individuals with tools to manage anxiety, depression, and stress, helping them navigate the emotional challenges associated with job insecurity. Cognitive behavioral therapy and other therapeutic approaches can help workers reframe negative thoughts, develop healthier coping mechanisms, and address underlying fears of job loss. In some cases, workplace wellness programs or employee assistance programs can offer support and resources for workers struggling with emotional health issues related to job insecurity. Job insecurity is a reality that many workers face, and its emotional effects can be far-reaching. Anxiety, stress, depression, and decreased self-esteem are just a few of the emotional consequences that arise from the fear of losing one's job. These feelings can impact not only work performance, but also personal relationships and overall well-being. However, by recognizing the emotional toll of job insecurity and adopting effective coping mechanisms, both workers and employers can mitigate its effects. Proactive communication, professional development, and emotional support can help create a more stable and resilient workforce where employees feel secure, valued, and empowered. Ultimately, addressing job insecurity is a shared responsibility that requires both individual and organizational efforts to protect workers' emotional health in the face of uncertainty.